Oh, you know what? I gotta get my music on because it's about to be a mess.
It's already one.
It's warm, it's hot.
Yeah, I'm all over. I'm hot, I'm cold.
I'm gonna drop a beat. I'm finna drop a beat real quick.
And I'm just supposed to.
It's hell, let's go.
Yes.
Grab your drink. Grab your book. Don't grab that you won't grab. But y'all gotta come hang out with us. We're missing my trio. If she was able to
It's hell, let's go.
I'll tell y'all people.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend that the queens are out. Girl. It's a funeral tonight, baby.
Okay, let me get my funeral paper.
It's a funeral. Wow. So back that.
It's hell, let's go.
Right?
It's hell, let's go.
Adjust it up.
I did. Oh. That's naughty.
No. I hear you. Like underwater.
What about
It's
it now?
hell, let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Better.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna get ready to get started. We don't know. Miss
Yes.
Goody, we love you. We miss you. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. So we are locked in. Motherfucking loaded. We are locked and loaded.
It ain't that much ammo in there.
I know. They need to do something. Yeah.
They wrong for
Yeah.
It's giving pew
We
pew.
gotta need that to get a little bit better. Like
It's lacking some extra.
it's lacking some. It's lacking some ammunition. It's okay.
Reload.
Reload it. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I don't know.
Watch out. Don't play that. Okay, all right.
Okay, y'all. We play too much. Okay, listen. We are here tonight. We are the girls, and welcome to She Live TV, and welcome to episode 2 of Real Talk with the Girls. I am your girl, Miss Monica, aka Girl What's the Tea, aka Queen of Real Talk, and introducing herself is.
Oh yeah, I'm barely here tonight. I'm unique, the unique experience, and I'm gonna go ahead and hold it down for Dallas. And looks like I'm gonna have to hold it down for New York. We missing our girl Goody.
Yeah,
Coming
we
all
don't
the way from New York.
have to hold it down for New York tonight. Okay, so with that being said,
Whew.
we tonight are going to talk about the book.
Too soon.
Okay. But before we talk about the book, let's talk about these shenanigans that popped up a little earlier today, tonight. A real quick, like. So let's talk about, because reason why I want to talk about what I want to talk about, and I know I didn't prep you for this because this is a last minute thing,
Okay.
but
Real
you don't
time
have to-
reactions.
it's real talk, real shit, real talk, real shit. So I just want to give a shout out to Instagram. I wasn't going live on Instagram, but Unique told y'all we was, so we had to stand by our word.
And we're here.
By the way, we rocks with y'all on Instagram, but I just like for people to come to the YouTube. But that's okay.
Yeah. So
So shout out to the Instagram, Miss Lori Love, J Groove, Miriam, hey baby, Mr. ESPA. Thank you for joining, Freddie Logan. And then the people that's in the YouTube, drop some in the chat so I know that you're there. And as you guys didn't know, we will be here every Wednesday, unless life happens, at 8:30, 8:45. We be on eager time. So when we get here, we're gonna get here. But 8:30, we supposed to be here. You can come back and watch this later. It'll be on YouTube and Facebook Live at She Live TV. And we're gonna be talking about all things real talk. Everything, anything and everything you want to talk about, that's what we're talking about. We're not limited to one thing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this came across tonight when I was prepping for this show that I thought was very interesting. And I was like, yeah, I'm for it, girlfriend. So let's talk about this, because this right here. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. Let me get my slides together. Let me get my slides, because I thought I was gonna be on time, but yeah, I don't be doing things right. All right, let me share my screen. Let me show y'all a video.
Ooh, yes.
Let's see how Unique feel about this, because I don't know if she's seen this yet.
I probably haven't. You said it just dropped.
Right.
Easy, good for nothing, low down dirty dog. I'm convinced. Next time you see your mama, tell her how she raised the going outside, cause it's hot out. You was playing games. You on timeout. Where them fine? Trying to find. I've been cuffed up too long. Let me remind. Yo, when I tell you, Nick, the narcissism is all time high. And you know what's so crazy? I really be feeling like when people be saying like narcissist, is narcissist and everything, I be like, do y'all even know what that word mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now I really do see what's a fucking narcissist. You know what's so crazy? I find this so crazy, right? You know what I find so crazy? That a nigga think that they could just buy, you know what I'm saying? When I tell you this, I love me, but you can buy me no more. And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey. It's just not enough. And you know what's so funny too? I find it funny. Think that they could on anything, but when I start talking to you, want to threaten me if they fucking work my off for. You want to play those games with me? We're gonna play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my because I'm moving on. Move on. Why can't you move on? I love me, but you can buy me no more. And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right? Now we going to court war, right? And I told you, get off my phone. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right?
Wait. I don't know. Y'all heard it. Offset. Look, hold on, baby. Let me just rewind that for you because I don't think you understood what she had. Let's see.
Tired.
Stop,
It's no
stop,
fun
stop calling
when
her.
mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right?
Well,
Real talk, real shit, or that's as real as you can get. Now,
I'm gonna tell you like this. I had not seen it.
I know you didn't.
I will say, whew, now you know Cardi had already taught us, broke boys don't deserve no, and I know that's right. And it sounds like she on demon time. She's sick of him.
She is sick of him. Okay, so it didn't stop there. Hold on.
No,
It
you're
didn't
not.
stop there. Let's keep it. Let's keep it classy. And no, let's just
Keep
not
it.
keep it classy. She not trying to keep it classy tonight. So I'm Cardi B all day. So let's just not. This is what Mr. Sir had to say when I'm assuming that was him. That was calling. Because we know how that is. Nigga, don't call him on live. Stop. So this is what happened next. He jumps in the live. And when he was in the live, he says,
Oh.
he says, you effed with a baby inside. Tell the truth. Why y'all always do that? Now you want to go hit below. You in the live acting like you in the live with the people. You
With
dropping slugs with the people. in the
looking
live.
common.
Yeah. Okay. So since he thought that was going to bother her,
Uh-huh.
and he thought that. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you.
I know it's fire.
Let me show you what she came back with. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Hold on, let me guess. Okay.
Let me show you what she.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's see. What she say?
Let me show you what she said. This is okay. Let me. Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh, I am gathered. I am
Hold on.
gathered.
Hold on, y'all. I wasn't ready. But
And
I'm
I
finding
know
it. Hold on.
Ooh,
I'm gonna find it. Just 1 second. It's down here somewhere. There it go right there.
ooh, okay.
Uh-huh. There it go right there. Hold on. Let me put it up on the screen for y'all. I'm getting a lot old, y'all. Don't pay me no mind. I'm a little slow.
Get out my head.
I'm a little slow. And she said, and what did she say? And she said, and did.
Hold on. Bring it back.
And did.
And you know what that reminds me of?
What?
On Why Did I Get Married? Cardi, Cardi B was not coming to play.
And did. Cardi gets the crown in the queendom today. Cardi, crown to you. You got the queen. You got the crown. You the queen today, baby. Because guess what? You gonna learn playing in her face all the time. We all tired of you playing in Cardi. We all tired of you playing in her face. We tired. I'll see it. Okay. We tired. Sit your little wrinkle up ass penis down somewhere. Because we tired.
Now that's alleged, and I definitely don't know that.
Well, I don't know, but you know, that's what we say when we upset. You
Okay.
sit your little
Oh,
self
we
down.
all upset.
Well, okay, I'm gonna give him auntie talk. Do what
Okay.
the auntie say. If you don't go sit your little shrivel up ass down somewhere, boy, your little managed tail, just go sit down. Go sit down.
My
That's
God.
that's that's I'm talking to you like auntie talk. Go sit down. It's okay.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you, the thing about it is, I like them together.
You
I
what?
think I like them together. I think they got
I
the
don't.
cutest little family. I
I
do.
don't. I
I
liked
do.
it if it was working. It's not working, so I need both of them to go be great, individually. But
As
what I
they
will say
said,
is,
mhm.
I mean, Cardi came prepared, but I really feel like Cardi stay on ready because she definitely hit him with the boom and did.
with
I love that for her. Mhm.
the boom.
Boom. I love that
Mhm.
for her. Bombs
First
dropped.
of all, she just slapped his face.
It be like that sometimes.
She said, "Quit calling me." Quick.
She said, I know what I'm on here saying. I thought about this before I press live because it takes 4 steps. Somebody needs to tell Shannon. But it takes a couple steps to go live. She knew what she was doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
So,
you know what? Is nobody's even thinking about Shannon anymore.
well, there was a couple little stories floating around, but they got trumped. No, ex-president.
You
They got trumped.
know, Diddy has taken over,
Baby, he got me in my Tamala man bag.
baby.
The truth is, I am tired, and I
What you
take me to the king.
What's up, Insty? What's up, Insty? Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Favors. Hey, Willie. Okay, so tonight we are talking about Kim's Lost Words. This is the book that was allegedly from her memoir diary that Jamal T. Millwood wrote, published, and it's on Amazon. Okay. Now, before we get started in this journey, we're going to talk about how the people are feeling about it. A couple of people in particular. Okay. So let me see. And that would be Mr. This handsome guy right here. He says, I don't know what happened to my other screen, but anyway, this guy right here is not too pleased.
Yes, he should
And
not.
he has said that this book is not a thing
Mhm.
and that he is taking legal actions because this was very unauthorized. Okay. Now, this book has already made bestseller. I'm not for sure how long it was out, maybe a week. I don't even think it was a week.
Not even a week.
A day or two. A day or two. Yeah, I think I heard about it, looked it up, bought it. So there was like a day or two. And so he's saying that this is not a thing, and yeah. Also, we do have here that the kids have spoken as well.
Yes.
And this was very interesting on what they posted about the children. This is from the Shade Room. Thank you for all that you do. This is what struck me. Can you tell me how you feel about this? I was talking about this with my mom earlier, but this says here, any so-called friend speaking on behalf of my mother is not a friend. Think about that. Yeah, think about that. So we know that it's a friend. And apparently everybody knows in the circle who the friend is, because when people say things like that, that's a jab at you. Like, you know who you are. And For you to do this shows that you're not a friend. That makes me think, what percentage of truth is in here?
Well, we talked about this amongst ourselves.
Mhm.
The word that kept being used by, insiders,
Mhm.
people who were close to Kim, they kept coming out saying, this is not authorized. This is not authorized. They didn't necessarily say it wasn't true until those sales kept going up. The first word that kept being used was, it's not authorized. It's unauthorized.
Mhm.
Not is untrue. This is false. This is fiction. This is fake. So, I mean, and then like you just read with the kids saying, any friend or somebody calling themselves a friend ain't a friend.
Uh-huh.
Also, a friend, or at least a previous friend, is somebody I like to think, because my circle knows some stuff, So I
Mhm.
would like to think it's somebody with some knowledge of a few occurrences. Now, how much extra sauce got added to these pages, you will never know. But I don't know. It might have a little. I mean, some of the stuff that's in here we've all heard before. So what else got added that was also actually true? Maybe it'll come to light. Maybe it won't. But I
Maybe it
think
will, maybe it
it
won't.
might have some standing. It might have some standing.
May have some standards to it. Thank you, Maya. Our producer is in the chat. She says that we look beautiful. Hi. Thank you. She said, are we going to a funeral tonight?
Oh, we at one.
We're at the funeral, Maya.
Govern
I
yourself.
forgot to invite you. Okay. All right. So if Unique comes out and tells y'all something about me, if
It's
in
a fact.
my it's the truth. And I don't need for my kids to be going back talking about that she's not a friend. Look.
No, but
Yep.
it's a happy medium, because that you don't get no closer than a child's relationship to a mother and a mother's relationship to a child. That being said, why did this friend share this information for release? Because for me, this man is just getting warmed up in jail. Did it make more sense to release it to the public or to hand it over to the feds? So were you trying to be a part of making a coin? I don't know, because I don't know who the friend is. I'm just throwing out stuff. Was you trying to make a coin? Or were you trying to make sure that this man had to face justice?
I'm gonna say I think this is not my thoughts. Or you just despise this person so much to the core to where you just wanted to shame him at all costs, no matter who got hurt along the way.
And guess what? That same mission could have been accomplished after the right people had this information. Because I can tell you right now, this gonna always be some tea. You could have waited. You could have shared it at a much later time. That's what makes me believe it might be about that dollar bill, y'all. All about the Benjamins, no pun intended. It could have easily been like that. So it depends on the friend. I got an idea who I think it was, but Kim's lost words is alleged anyway. Or
This
so
is
they say.
allegedly. And okay. Do y'all want to hear some of it?
Ooh, child.
Okay. I take y'all silence as a yes.
They say
Now,
silence gives consent.
the reason, if you guys really want the book, you can go to Amazon and get it. Now, the thing about it is you can't search it in Amazon. It's not going to come up. You actually have to DM me and I send you the link. But you have to find the guy and then go to his link to a link to a link to a link. It took me a minute to find it. But I do have the link. Anybody want the link? I can send you a link. I have a special link. I can send it to you. DM me and I'll send it. All right. So the book does not, it's not written very well. The lingo is very all over the place. and it was written as she was speaking it. Hey, Mac. It was written as she was telling the story. It was written like she was writing in her diary. So it's her words speaking. I'm just gonna gaze through a couple of things on it because of the simple fact. Some of the things on it, y'all can go to TikTok. See them people in TikTok, they don't care. They have no bars. They do not care. They're gonna read the whole book. But I do have certain standards that I stand by. And so some of those standards would not allow me to read some of the things that are in this book because of the age of their children. If their children were grown, then I would not care. I would read because grown folks can handle things different. But since they still have some minors involved, I choose not to do that on my platform. Okay. But if I skip some names, because these people are very much wealthier than Girl What's the Tea, that yeah, we're not doing that. No, y'all can kind of figure it out, but go get the book yourself. But it is some things. It starts out very, very quickly. Okay. Now, I'll be sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. It's keeping up a lot of fuss about the book. Well, if you guys go get the book, on page 4, chapter 2, you will understand why Elle is very upset about the book. It does explain that Elle, tick-tocked around the house. Now, as you guys remember, her and Elle was together, they had a child. That's how she met Mr. Combs. And then Mr. Combs and her was the thing. Elle was happy. That was his friend until it wasn't no more. Now, apparently, according to chapter 2, page 4, Elle engaged in activities between the two.
What is you calling this man?
Elle.
The man name is Al.
I said Elle. His name
His name
Al.
is Al. Y'all know who's
Al.
talking.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Cute, handsome. This is all allegedly from the person that wrote this book also made a statement. I'm sure y'all all read it. He said that he does not know whether or not the book is true or not. He said, but it was given to him. He is an investigator, and he is the one that cracks a lot of entertainment crime. So he is only doing the job that he knows to do. So that's why the book is out. He did not say this is true either, but he says that 80% of it, he's for sure possibility that it is true. All right. So then chapter 2 is about Didi, Al, and her, and the encounter that they had together. The 3 of them. The 3 of them. Okay. All right. So when we go to chapter 3, it is called Second Chances. Chapter 3 talks about okay, I do want to talk about this. When in the book, it says her first encounter with Mr. Combs was very surprising and very unexpected. And he asked her to do things that she had never done before with a man. She was very shocked, but she was young, ready to try whatever. I was like, okay, is that what you want? That's what I do. Now, all I can say is 749 dildos and 1,000 baby oils. Put it together. Okay. I'm just saying. So, y'all
No, put it together. Okay, we back.
I'm gonna give y'all a story so y'all can get an understanding.
You don't read 2 or 3
I always
things.
yell. when I was younger
Oh God.
in the street and I met someone,
Mm.
country girl from Mississippi, pretty girl too, because you know I was a pretty thing. Okay. Met this young man. When did this young man become a thing? Right? He become a thing. And I think he like was trying to groom me into it. But then we were a thing, and he thought he had control of me in the situation, and I would probably, just do what he said. He said, okay, put your thumb right there. Put your thumb? Put my thumb right there. Right there. Oh, no. Mm-mm. I didn't understand the meaning of that. No, and I asked my mama everything. I said, what does that mean if a man tell you to put your thumb there? My mama said, no, get away from him. She said, he ain't right. I said, oh. She said, no, because I'm freshly into my sexuality. Like, you know, I wasn't a promiscuous girl. So I wasn't out having sexual activities at a young age. So I asked my mama these things, when I started. And I was like, what? She was like, nah, baby, nah. She said he not right. Mm-mm. So she says the same thing. But she said, okay, I'm gonna try it just to see. I'm gonna try it because that's what you asking. But she thought it was weird. Okay. But then this became a thing for them. All right. That's what he wanted. 749 dildos with 1,000 baby oil bottles. Okay, let's move on. Chapter 3, second chances. The first time. Okay, in the book, it explains to you that they never ever lived together. He always had his place and she always had hers. Okay, so that was quite interesting to me, but it does make sense because he was never married either.
What?
He never had a wife. No one ever married him. He never married anybody.
No, I'm talking about the logic.
Well, all of his women had their own place, and then he had his.
That don't have
Right.
nothing to do with being married or not married. Clearly, he into
I
non-traditional.
was just
things.
making a statement that that's what it was. This girl say a booty monster. What?
Oh, see, that's why I'm gonna have to put on the whole armor.
Okay. All right. So I think I can read y'all this part.
Mm.
Okay. I can read y'all. Okay, I can read this. It's like I say, it's things that I want. Okay. This is I can read this. Okay. All right. So she it is okay. So Diddy had the person that starts with the C, and they hung out a lot. And apparently they were doing things as well. So I'm gonna read y'all this. Second chances. Sean keep reaching out. I keep ignoring his calls. Eventually, in a few weeks, we ran into each other at an event. He came over and sat next to me. We were cordial. He flattered me by saying, "You look so amazing." I replied with a simple, "Thanks, Sean." I tried to get up to leave, but he pulled my arm. As I turned to him, he looked into my deep eyes and said, "Look, whatever happened between us was weird, but I really care about you. Can we pause? Can we?" He said, "Okay." He paused, and I tried to use this as my attempt to escape. I pulled my hand back and said, "Sorry, Sean, I have to go. Please, I think I'm falling in love with you. Can we talk?" My breath was taken away. Did he say he loved me? It was so fast. I wasn't aware of this as his manipulation tactics. Not yet. God, I was so young, so naive. He continued, let's just have dinner. And I fell for it. 2 days later, we went out for drinks at a lounge in the lower Manhattan. The place was nice. Sean was really coming up, pulling all of the stops to impress me. He pulled the chair out for me to sit. Back then, he was always a gentleman. He smiled and said, look, as he sat across from me. I hated it. I never want to do it again. She told him she never wanted to do it again. Okay. He said, give me another chance. Wait. Oh, no, I'm reading it wrong. He said, I hated it. I never want to do it again. That's what he said. Okay. He said, give me another chance. Over coffee the next morning, I decided to give him another chance. For the next year and a half, things seemed pretty normal. It was fun. Things was going great, and we were living the dream that I dreamt about throughout my youth. Sean and Clive were working on Bad Boy, and he had his first couple of artists. He picked up Craig Mack, then some rapper from the West Coast called Notorious B.I. To help Chris develop, he was collaborating with the biggest names in hip hop to make it happen. Things could not be more amazing. Then he asked me to do it again. Insane. Sean said, baby, I can't stop thinking about it. What the hell are you talking about? I responded. Sean continued, I just can't stop thinking about it that night. It was amazing. I'm ready to finish it, y'all, because it's too much.
I want to say something about just that little snippet there.
Okay. Because I had to have a
So
break.
far, let's be clear. Based on what you just shared, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing criminal about any of that. That's just freaky. And I'll say this. If it's been a session that I can't stop thinking about after a year and a half, I'm going to have to run that back too. I'm
Just
just
saying.
because she said everything was fine for a year and a half. Sounds like he had been thinking about that same night for that whole year and a half.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna need to run it back.
He running it back. That's what he said. All right. He said, can you ooh me one more time, please?
Hmm.
I became frustrated, infuriated. Why don't
You can do it. That's all right. That's all right.
why don't you go to Clive? He is the one Ewan, isn't he?
Hmm.
Then Sean hit me. This was the first time, but he slapped me hard. Before I could form words, he began to beg, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, holding my cheek where he hit me. I turned and I ran off. That should have been it, but I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. He sent flowers and a bunch of expensive gifts. Then we bumped into each other at another event. He sat down next to me. This was deja vu. Sean started. Imagining running into you here. Get the F away from me. I forced out. He became more serious as he said, look, baby, I'm sorry. But I just glared at him. There is nothing you could ever say to me, nothing. After an awkward silence, he finished. You know I love you. I love your son. He's my son. I don't know how to fix this, but I'll do anything. I'm sorry. Shit. He can be so sweet. Here we go with the love thing. This time is this time is not falling in. Now, guys, remember I told y'all this book is wrote really bad. Okay. I think they did it on purpose though. He was great with the blank. And to be honest, despite everything, I missed him. As he stood to walk, I remember hearing myself saying, call me later. What the fuck is wrong with me? That's how she ended that. Okay. So, what you want to talk? What you want to say about that? That was chapter 3.
Oh, okay. On a serious note, I of course have, been privy to that specific portion of the book. And I don't know, hearing it this time, it kind of just did a little deja vu for me. Like on a personal level, especially that last little part, like what's wrong with me? Because, for her to keep doing the back and forth, she's going through this. And then it's the baby, I love you, love you, I'm sorry, and all that. And now she's trying to figure out like why I can't shake him. And that's so
Mhm.
sad to me because I'm like, I will say this. I don't know none of these people. But that part, I don't even think you had to have the best friend's input based on all this stuff that's been circulating for years, not just this new Cassie stuff, but stuff that's been circulating. That part, I think we all could have guessed that might have been a part of this cycle. And to me, that's really sad that I'm sure, even without knowing for sure these are Kim's words, I'm sure at some point she asked herself that, like, what's wrong with me? Why I can't just leave him alone? Why I can't just get out of this? And that's
Mhm.
like a real cycle for a lot of women. I know, we both share that history,
Remember
as
the book? My
violent.
book that we were.
Yeah,
Remember the book that we were writing? That part, I was just like, didn't we just write this?
yeah,
Didn't we just go through this?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
said
like,
that too when I read. I was like, dang, I hope people don't think I stole her book, but mine was already finished. But
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
I
the
think
same
that's
thing.
something anybody who's experienced domestic violence, I think that's a question that a lot of people have, especially those of us who stay or go back and forth and just, keep dealing with it. And that's just really sad that at some point, I believe, again, don't know Kim or didn't have the pleasure of meeting her, but I'm like, it's sad to think or to believe that was what she went through mentally, like just questioning herself, like why I can't do this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
Okay, so then we go into chapter 4, which is talking about forgiveness. She talks a lot here about her and her son and him um swaying her, to get to her good side. And and that's basically what she talked about with that. All right. And then when you go into chapter 5, let's read this. Okay, chapter 5, Sean kneels. The year passed, and thankful we didn't have many bad arguments. Although Sean was strongly getting into Udu, he would put curses on people. I wasn't sure how to respond to that craziness. My problem as a single mother was I wanted to be married. He also had excuses and delays when it came to committing to marriage. His label was blowing up, the BIG dropped, and it was just about over. He also signed MJB, and of course, when I found out he slept with her, we fought. He claimed it was a mistake, and my stupid AWS took him back again. Sean asked me for a 3 of them with her. At first, I was mad, but the MJB was beautiful. It was our first 3 of them, and I loved it. The MJB was sexy. I would not be doing this a lot, but it was so hot. I was young and exploring my sexuality, and it was enticing. Over the years, we brought other women into our bedroom, and we were very happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. The child was with the sitter, and Sean was sitting with Elle, sure, at the dinner table. I had a child with Elle, and Sean was the father in the child's life. The awkwardness of all of us being together had dissolved a long time ago, but it was still weird that we were here in my home together alone. I sat down, we had drinks, it was fun, the conversation was cool until it wasn't.
That's how that just was written. Like you just read that straight through.
Mhm.
I don't like that. Because what you're not gonna do, I'm gonna tell you now. We're gonna start from the top. You're not gonna just throw MJB in this. Okay. So Jamal, I don't accept it. Okay.
That
Um
was- That's
and
what's in here.
and
Page 11,
we can
chapter
discuss about her. So where is it
page
again?
chapter 6.
11 chapter 6. Jamal, I'm gonna need you to redact it.
Yeah.
Redact it.
Yeah.
Um that's
Okay.
pretty much my feedback for that portion. You leave MJB up out of this.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here, okay. So they had drinks. We was loose. I remember him saying, "It's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy, so I'm happy for you guys." Sean responded, "Thanks, man. Me and you were when you we've shared so much." L replied, "Coolly weird." The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, "We all been together sexually, but not together." I was shocked for a moment. As quietness lingered in the room, I asked, "What do you mean by all that together?" L shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people in our bed?" I couldn't believe it. Oh, hell no. Sean, this is my baby daddy. L said something. What L said was mind boggling. What y'all think L said? I'm just going to leave it at that. She didn't say what L said. No,
Hmm.
she did. She said, okay, no, 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 here you go. Okay. Okay. "I don't know. It could be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Elle, and this could be very hot. I just didn't want it messing up my relationship, and if things became awkward, how would it affect the child? So I asked, "Are you both sure?" I imagine I imagine both of them inside of me. I knew this would be awkward. There would be some bumping of the yes, but what happened next, I could not have imagined in my wildest dreams. X X X X X X X X X. I couldn't believe it. I stood here in shock. But when Sean X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X, no, y'all, this is seriously in the book.
It's really
X's.
X's in the book.
Yes, it's really X's. X's, X's, X's. I ran out of the room. This was too much. Okay, so I forgot to read the beginning of the book to let y'all know about the X's. So let me read y'all that. The introduction. Soon after high school, hold on. Is this the one with the X's? Nah. Okay, here it goes. All right. Out of protection for certain parties and their potential criminal activity, some celebrities' performance and events have been represented with the X's due to their highly explosive nature. At some point in the future, this information will be revealed to the public regarding sudden death and the mysterious illness of LB, JF, and evidence does exist. This points to foul play and or poisoning. Okay. I just wanted y'all to know when them X's come, that's what that means. They don't, yeah, that's what they said. Okay. So let's go back to it. I ran out the room. This was too hot. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy." They didn't chase after me. They X kept X and X on the X in the X X X X X X X X X X X X. Okay. I couldn't get the imagine out of my I can't get the image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while, but that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in compromising positions, not by a long shot. One day I found the vault where he kept all of these encounters with me. Yes, he kept a record of it, but that's for later.
Well,
Yeah. So
Um,
it's a lot to take in. Now, this is
pause.
only page 13. The chapters went really fast because it's not that long. It's only 56 pages, but that's just chapter page 13, chapter 5. Now, the next page is chapter 6, which talks about Pac. I will read that one for you guys because I'm not going to read this whole book. You guys
Yeah,
need to go read because
read that.
it's some things that I ain't gonna read. You guys can go read it for yourself. I'm gonna review I'm gonna go and go through some of it, but I ain't gonna be out here calling these people name out. Y'all go read for yourself. But I'm gonna read Pops. Okay,
Yes.
so let's talk about Pop. All right, chapter 6 is called Pop. Oh, and then I'm gonna read y'all the end as well. Okay. So Biggie took over East Coast hip hop, and Sean was the brilliant mind that orchestrated it. He hired people to teach Chris how to flow and write his lyrics. He hired the best producers to do the beats, although he took the credit for them.
Mm.
Okay. And the music was unstoppable. At this point, Sean was sleeping with all the power players, and everyone that wanted to do music wanted to be on Bad Boy. Sean wheeled and dealed in a way that would have been unthinkable to many. He slept with the guys that really controlled the music to stay on top. A lot of the names average people have never heard of. These are the guys that make the decisions on who is winning and who is not. He hosted parties that were just a fantasy name for orgies, and everyone wanted in. When I met Tupac, Sean and I had an open relationship. And yes, I slept with Pac. He was 60. Sean didn't mind. Well, not until he tried to get Pac to join both of us. Pac was not good with that. This is where the relationship between them became strained. Tupac wasn't going to accept Sean advances. Pac wasn't gay, and he was pissed about the advances. We are all in Sean's house. I was drinking, they was smoking, and everyone was just relaxing. Sean came in, what I'm sure he will call a smooth approach. My baby is bad, isn't she? Pac threw me a sly smile. Hell yeah. I felt myself blush. Sean was not in full swing. You think you hit it better than me? I couldn't believe he disrespected me that way. Oh, why not? Okay, confused with that one. I was not playing with my response. I said, Sean, what the F? Pac came to my defense. Damn, bro, you ain't got to do the sister that way. Pac appeared upset behind Sean's words, but Sean went in for the kill. Regardless, I think my ick is bigger than yours. I bet I can make her faster than you. What's up? Pac was appalled. What the F are you talking about, Ned? I ain't trying to run no effing train. Sean continued. Why? You scared of it? Let's see who else better. Let her be the judge. Yes, at this point, we have been inviting others into our bed for a while, but I'm not used to and will not stand for disrespect. I wasn't the only one upset. Pac shouted, Iggy, you talking about pulling your effing F out? Sean was what? Undoodly? What? You scared? Pac simply left.
That sounds about right. That story might be true.
My cousin talking about what about this is shocking. That's how it works. Yeah, we know. We know. All right. Things were okay. Then the two, oh, okay. So apparently this is when him and Pac had issues. The two could not be in the same room. Pac avoided me so much as he did Sean. When they did bump into each other, the tension was some word I've never seen before in my freaking life. I don't know where he got these words from. It felt like blows could be thrown at any moment. Months passed with only the tension between them. It was uncomfortable, but nothing life or death. Then one day while we were in the studio, it happened. I walked into Sean's office and he was having the conversation. Sean sat across from Jimmy Hitchman. Pop, don't leave that effing studio alive. I don't think I was supposed to hear it. I continue as if I didn't. Hey, Sean. Good morning, Jimmy. They didn't seem to think I heard anything. I'm ordering breakfast, smiling. Sean replied, first, let me get eggs, sunny side up with grits and some orange juice. I could see he was hungover. Good. I don't want him knowing I know anything. If he just put a hit out on Pop. Nothing, knowing something could be dangerous. Jimmy, apparently not hungry, said nothing for me. As he stood to exit the room, he said to Sean, let's make that happen. Then nodded to me and said, Kim, always a pleasure. With the wink to me, and I nodded to Sean. He turned and walked away. Jimmy was part of our intimate circle. Yeah. Okay. They had a circle of intimate people. Okay, I just want to know. I went on as if nothing was happening. I'll make the call now. I smiled as I left, hoping I wasn't white as a sheet. I wasn't in the studio the night Pop survived being shot, thank God. From what I understood, Sean and Chris saw Pac at the studio after he'd been shot and did nothing. The way God works. After being shot, Pac made it to the elevator and tried to escape, but it stopped on the floor Sean and Chris were on. When the doors opened, they saw him laying on the elevator floor, rattled with bullets. The fact that they didn't call the ambulance, although they saw Pac laying there swimming in a pool of his own blood, would be all evidence Pac ever needed. He, of course, assumed they placed the hit, and Tupac is a soldier. This is not something that will be unanswered. Tupac didn't do well. He lost his textbook, but he survived. It was orchestrated, and Sean Puff Combs was the orchestrator. That was the end of chapter 6 about Pac. Okay.
Well,
And then chapter 7 goes into
now I'm gonna say this. How many chapters is it? Because it sounds like we are reading the whole book.
because it goes fast. Chapter 9,
Oh, but
19.
she said she gonna send you the link.
Chapter 19. All right, so I'm going to go and read the end. I want y'all to hear the end, and then y'all can go in and fill in the rest. Read it yourselves. It does go into talking about him and the Z of the J. It go into talking about what happened to Biggie. It goes into talking about all the people that came to him. I want to find the part where it talks about the BET Awards. I should have marked it. It talks about Jennifer when she comes to the house and says that you shot up the club. What's wrong with you? It talks about that and how Shane took the rap, how upset Jennifer was about that. It talks about that. That's in chapter 14. And it talks about how she ended up pregnant. The first time she thought he was gonna be upset, but he wasn't. And it also talks about Biggie's mom and Faith having a conversation with him. Now let's read the end. Mm-mm. All right, so chapter 18. All right, so Sean kept his words for the most part until he didn't. I ended up pregnant again. He wanted energy from that. That would be my last ex party. My body would never be revenged by so many people again. So apparently it states. Oh, Miss Tony said it's not real, y'all. We never said it was. But
You got to jump in from the beginning.
Yeah, we didn't say it was, but it's out. And so we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So now, apparently, when you go in and read, you're going to see where she states that when she first had her when she got pregnant for him, like he made it to where it was a reward for their intimate circle to all have their way with her 9 months before delivery, and that she thought that was horrible, and she despised him, and she just that he made her do that, and he told her that she had to do it because these people are powerful, and these are the things that they require him to do if she likes to live the lifestyle that she lives and never have to worry about anything, that she would just be quiet and just do what she knows to do. So now this is for the last time she was pregnant, I guess with the twins. So they said that that would be my last sex party. My body would never revenge by so many people again, especially while I'm pregnant. What if something happened to the twins? After that, I wanted out. But when I tried dating someone else, they would end up unalive from pneumonia. I knew Sean was behind it. This was not a coincidence. He gets jealous of a guy and then they unalive of pneumonia. I could be next. If I'm going to get out of this alive, I'm going to have to do something to make him stay away from me. I had planned, I had a plan, but it's dangerous. So Sean has a vault where he keeps videos, tapes of all of his quests. I started sleeping with him again. After he fell asleep, he was starting to drink heavily. I would get into the vault, I would get a couple of the tapes, take them home, make copies, and swap them for the next set of tapes a few days later. It took weeks to get them all copied, and he never knew that I had them. This was my way out. Some of the tapes had things I would never have expected. The A parties are one thing, but the minors like Ush, Ba'al, GB, JB, I would have never known. My God, is he grooming blank X? This was the end. This has to end. I invited him over one day to confront him and put an end to our ongoing off again relationship. He had entered my home unannounced for the last time. He would no longer have a key after today. I was in the kitchen with Kamara and I was sharing drinks. I was scared to face him alone. Sean entered smiling. What's up, Kimmy? Hey, Moore. I told Sean sit down. Because of my tone, he looked at me stunned and asked, what's going on? What is this? I responded with delight, me taking my life back. We're done. He answered, hold on, wait a minute. I was so excited that I was so excited that I wasn't hearing any of it. I shouted at him, no, no more. This is effing over. He looked confused as he asked, where is all this coming from? With disgust, I said, I got the footage, Sean. He looked even more confused as he inquired, what are you talking about? Kamora said, uh, uh. She said, the little dancing machine too. Sean said, wait, what the F is going on? Sean stood up. Kamara responded, don't make me call the cops. Sean's anger was creeping in as he replied, this is how it is. I simply nodded. If anything happens to either of us, it gets released. I'm gonna stop there. You want to say something about that?
The
That the
beginning
friend was there?
was a little much, but the rest of it I could see being a real thing.
And so they said they threatened him with one particular tape on one particular person. Okay. Ush. Ush. So, all right. So he said, okay, let me see. Okay, I simply nodded. If anything happens to us, it gets released. All right. After all I've done for you, I don't think I was ever so happy as when I said those words to him, get out. Pissed, he started to leave, looking back with poor hatred. He walked down the stairs. He turned around in fury and lunged at me. He knocked me down near the top of the stairs. I was hurt. Kimura screamed, stop. As he began to crunch over me, I kicked at him, hitting him, hitting him in the kneecap, then his face. He went tumbling down the stairs. He was too hurt to get up. I called the cops. Kamara left before they arrived. When he left, he was in the ambulance. I felt empowered. I felt safe. Sean Combs' day had finally came to an end. All right, let's wrap it up with the last. Now, remember, that's chapter 18. Last one was chapter 9. We read chapter 7 and 5 and 6. Y'all got to go get the book to read the rest of all the other stuff that's involved, that's juicy. Allegedly names that are dropped in here that, like I expressed earlier, is don't think I'm on pump and I don't want to read it. It's just that I have certain standards and certain things that I just won't say on my panel. But you can definitely go read it for yourselves, okay? All right. So, especially since we don't know this is alleged. So, you know. All right. So things were okay for a while. I started dating again. It was almost normal until I got serious with someone. Then my boyfriend died. Again. Okay. How many boyfriends was this? That's hard for me to believe this. Okay. My boyfriend died of pneumonia. I knew it was Sean again. That's when I decided to write this book. A few days ago, my home was burglarized, only laptops were stolen. I knew it was that bastard or his goons. Of course, I had a copy in the cloud that I was able to easily download here onto this new computer. As I continue to write now, I'll send this into the cloud as well. I will send out copies via email in my Google Drive. Passwords will be attached so the missing chapters can be accessed. This book must get out. There are so many more chapters to add. This outline is a great start. I have to organize the rest of the chapters and add them in little by little. I planned on spending today working on exactly that, but I'm not feeling very well. Thank God the kids aren't here this weekend, so I can rest. I called Kimura to cancel our plans for the meetup. When I spoke to her, she said, girl, that doesn't sound like the flu. You want to go to the hospital? That didn't immediately alarm me. I just need some rest. I told her and quickly got off the phone. But why can't I get my doctor? Why won't he pick up the phone? Oh no. I called Sean from my bedroom where I'm lying in my bed. All I could think about was the kids, my babies. Who are with this monster? The man that I now suspect of having done this to me. Sean picked up with an air. Sean picked up with an air of superiority in his tone that let me know it was too late for me. He spoke confidently into the phone. Hello? I screamed at him. You bastard. I have your effing children. What are you talking about? These kids are with me, he replied with a mocking innocence. There's literally nothing I could do. I could only ask, did you ever love me? Instead of answering the question, he responded, the most important thing to me in the world is loyalty. I can't believe it. I had to ask, even though I misunderstood. I had to ask, even though I understood. What the F does that mean? Oh, Lord. He mocked me. Kim, is something wrong? He's going to continue this game to the bitter end. I asked one last time, how could you? Again, with the narcissism I have now come to despise, he responded, how could I do what? I gave you everything. You went to someone else. You left me just like everyone else did. You asked, how could I? How could I what? I yelled, look what you did to everyone around you. There was only anger in his response. So you're saying everyone leaves because of how I am and you're going to expose me. He had me burglarized. I knew it. I should have threatened him. I should have just published the book. I'm going to die like Heavy D, like Biggie, like Pac, like so many others. It's because he's a monster, plain and simple. Before hanging up, I simply said, "That's not the only copy you fuck." Then I shot out a group text and I let everyone know he got me. Then I called 911. As I sit here waiting for the ambulance, I'm writing this chapter. I'm praying that I make it to the hospital. I don't feel like writing anymore. I may not be around to see it print. It's okay. I'm sending it out. He won't get away with this. I will have my say, my final words. Sean Combs will get exposed, even if I lose my life doing it. My babies have always been my cherished possession. I want the world to know that. But more importantly, I want them to know. There you go.
Oh,
It's a lot. So, um, it's alleged, could be fact, could be fiction. Who knows? At the end of the day, I'm gonna let Unique. What you want to say, Unique? Before we close it out for the night. Then I'm gonna say what I
I want to cry. Um,
the ending had me like that.
well, because here's the thing. Forget the book. Something happened to that lady. Something happened. So, based on how that's written and how some of the story has been told, way before now, something happened and nobody was there with her. And she was seemingly perfectly healthy. So, whatever the story is, whether it's closer to what's written in that book or some of the stories we've been told, or just things only our imagination can come up with, it wasn't given natural causes. And I really hate that for her. I hate that for her kids and all those who knew and loved her. And if it did have anything to do with Sean, his day will come, whether it's here or, later on. But as far as the book overall, he been in the game too long. And that's not to say you can't be in this industry and be, unfazed and untainted. I just think that once you cross a certain level, you've at least seen some things and you maybe have participated in some things. Does that require jail time? Depending on what you done got yourself into. But if I have to give my 2 cents, I think there may be a lot of truth in the book. It just is not authorized. Do I think there's a lot of foolishness possibly in this book? Absolutely. I think unauthorized is like we said from the beginning, might be a better word for it. But I think it's quite a bit of truth, allegedly, in this book. It's a good read.
It's a good read. And this is the thing about what I would like to say. I don't per se say that the book was meant. Well, I can't say at the end. I guess you can see where they say the Justice Party is, because it seems as though that the book is saying that she wants the world to know that he's the reason why this happened to her. But when you think about a woman's diary and her journey on the things that she's writing down, her thoughts. When I went back and started writing my book, I went back to my stuff. And I couldn't believe that I wrote some of the stuff that was in there. But I was writing in the moment. I wasn't my 49-year-old self at the moment. I was my young 30-year-old self that really didn't give a flying rat's ass about what's going on, and just knew that I was in a situation and how I felt about it. And so it was a lot of stuff. I was like, did I actually say that? But I did. So it's the point of it is when they say the part when they said the friend wouldn't have done this, you're not her friend. That still sticks into my head on somebody somewhere knew these things. and they put it out, regardless if it's 89, 59, 49, 69, 75% of it's true. We know that everybody ain't gonna keep saying the same thing. Too many people saying the same thing. And nobody cares about their freak offs. Nobody care about that. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody cares about that. But it's the other things when you start talking about that's gotten him in the situation that he's in now. Right. And then another thing is too, you can't just be going around just mistreating people. And another thing too, you have to be careful when you think that you're bigger than the God, because you can get brought all the way down. And then another thing, you got to be careful on who it is that you challenge. You're challenging all these people, but now everybody wants the world to be quiet, but it's out. We see it. It ain't going nowhere, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse. It just started.
Oh,
Now,
this is that snowball effect for sure.
mhm. And the only thing is that that's the sad part about it, but it's just the truth, is that they brought in a family amongst all of this, and they don't have no. I mean, they don't have no fight. They can't. They don't. They don't. What can they? What can they do? What can they do? You can only shield them so much. They're not infants, except the little one that he has. But those little kids, they're not infants, so they're going to see this. They're going to read this, and this is a domino effect on an adult, the adults that were very selfish. Because when you become parents, you cannot not think about your kids and only think about your pleasures. It never works out that way, because the person that's going to get affected is your kids. Now, those kids are affected by this bullshit because those people, including her, was selfish and did not think about that. And that's facts, real talk. When you have children, you have to sit back and look and say, what will my kids think if they saw this? If they found this, how would this affect them? Now, everybody wants everybody to be quiet. Y'all can't shut up the world. We can't shut up the world, because now it's out, because their parents did not think about them when they was doing all of these things. Just saying, it is what it is. People don't like to hear the truth. It's another thing I want to say. And y'all can get mad with me, put whatever you want to put underneath the comments and the YouTube and the Instagram and the Facebook, whatever you want to say. I really don't care, because I changed my name from Girl What's the Tea to the Queen of Real Talk for a reason. Because I had to come into myself and my womanhood and realize the things that affected me in my past that brought me to the woman that I am today. Right? People need to stop this generational curse of being quiet and watching people be destroyed. Watching your brothers and your sisters be destroyed. Like, why? Hey, Miss Jackpot in Cincinnati. Why? Now everybody want to talk. Y'all want to talk, but y'all was over in the corner watching, whispering, and scared of one man. One man. One man had y'all that scared. Now everybody want to talk. I'm going to give a shout out to all of the Southerners. I might be wrong, and I might have to come back and redact what I'm about to say. But I don't see none of them H-Town boys. I don't see none of them Dallas boys on here talking about, well, I was at the party, did this. But I see that they made their money underground. Because of why? Because they did not. Because they were real men and they did not indulge in the foolishness. And I have to get a shout out to Texas, and Louisiana is a whole nother thing by themselves. So you don't never count them, because that's already wrapped up over there. But all of this stuff that was going on over here in the East Coast and the West Coast and all the coasters, y'all sit around and watch this man destroy your kind, your kin, your people. Not everybody want to talk. Everybody want to talk. Oh, this was unauthorized. Oh, this was that. But y'all sit there and watched it.
Well, watched it or participated. But you said a word with our Texas artists, and I'm not even just saying that to big up Texas. I'm saying like that's something I haven't heard anybody else mention. You don't hear no H-Town rappers or artists in general. You're not hearing anybody from Dallas that's like, yeah, I went to a couple. I didn't see nothing like what y'all saying. Nah, I ain't heard nobody say they was in that circle. They were not privy to all the baby oil. And I think it might be because they said, hey, that's not what we're doing. And it's not by any means. I don't want it.
And I wish I could find it. I think I don't know if I sent it to you guys, but I'm sure we're going to be talking about this later. And I'll bring it up Wednesday. The video where I laid UGK, not Bun, but
Pimp C.
Pimp C did say something. Pimp C said that we ain't doing that. He was like, we don't do that. He said, I don't want to look at Bun. Well, look at me. We ain't about that. That's some crazy, freaky shit y'all doing. He said it. And the point of the matter is, y'all sitting around talking about ain't nothing wrong with somebody just being, when people go to jail for being freaky, it ain't about that. And everybody know that it's not about that. Go and find Luke. Uncle Luke made a video. I'm bringing that one next week too. And he broke it down to you. 50 already broke it down. 50, that's why I love 50. 50, I love you. Just want you to know. Just want you to know I'm in your city. Well, this is my city. You came over here. So just if you want.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
You single, I'm single, we single. Let's be mingle, baby.
She said she's single.
Let me shoot my shot to 50 real quick. But let me tell y'all, it ain't over. And people that are sitting around talking about, well, this is what happened. Well, it's okay. It's okay because you was at one of them. That's why.
No.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I can't speak for everybody who's made that statement, but it is not a crime to have a freak off. Now, I don't know about Diddy's freak offs, but what you do amongst consenting adults, legal adults, that's not a crime. But once you start losing consent, once there starts being underage individuals, once force is put on somebody, once you have not gotten someone's permission to give them any type of substance that is going to be mind altering, that's what becomes criminal. Now, if that happens to take place at a freak off, then that freak off might be a legal issue. But no, it's never been a crime to be a freak.
And that's the thing. It's okay. We all got little freak-inners. That's okay if he indulged in other things that excited him. That is okay. But when you start mixing and dipping things for people so they can't remember or know what they're encountering, why are you doing that? And why y'all sitting there watching him do it? That's what I want to know.
That's the question right there.
One thing in this book that I want y'all to read. They're going to talk, it's a chapter about the model. The model is Quincy Jones's daughter, which was engaged to Pop. It states that at one of the award shows, I don't know if it was the BET, I think it was, that she confronted him. And she screamed at him and said, you did it. I know you did it. You ain't shit. You think you bigger than everybody. And they said she dropped this big old commotion and everybody was just watching and whispering, but he would not touch her. He didn't disrespect her because he was afraid of her father. They said that Kimora stopped it and made her go to the powder room. They said that allegedly Kim said
there you go.
He went over to that girl's table, got her jug of water, brought it back to his table because apparently their tables were round. You know how they sit. And poured some water in his cup. Took took the jug, put it under the table, pissed in it, took it back to the table, sat down for that young lady to drink it. That young lady came down, sat at the table, and the midst of pouring her a glass of water, and his bodyguard stopped her. And he just looked at everybody because they watched it, and nobody said nothing.
Shouts out to that bodyguard.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying that's just allegedly what's in here underneath. And she has a chapter all by herself with that young lady. It was just about that young lady because apparently her and that young lady became friends. Okay. And that young lady said that he is the reason why she lost the love of her life. Now, let me tell you, if you go and you look at some of these things that's going on, because it's all over the news, like we can't even do nothing. Everything is beating, everything is diddy. And all of these videos that are surfing that people are, somebody done recorded somebody saying something, and everybody getting the bag right now because everybody turning in every footage, everybody in their phone right now. Know that I was at that. You see what I did? Because I'm finna send it to TMC, CNN, everybody. Okay. We know after watching some of the things that he's doing, he's capable of doing just about anything. Now, at this point, this is a lesson for everybody. Stop turning the deaf ear and the blind eye to shit that's destroying us as a community. It's hip hop. That's what we bounce off of. We grow up off of hip hop. Like that's what we do. We was young and we went to school. We came home. We was sad. We done got bullied. Our first boyfriend broke up with us. So you seen him in the corner kissing the girl. You gonna go and get that married. You gonna go and get that. I mean, my brothers and them was in the street. They was Run DMC. They was New Edition. Hey, we had what you call it back in the day? We had talent shows when I was growing up. We used to practice for weeks. I was Janet Jackson every time. Couldn't tell me nothing in my backyard doing that Janet Jackson. Baby, couldn't tell me nothing. So this is our history. And look at it. Definitely embarrassed about it. Definitely. Yeah. What y'all got to say about that? Y'all want to keep saying that y'all didn't see nothing? Yeah, I want to keep saying that it's okay because the money root is the root of all evil. Now, all will be exposed. Yeah, it will. You're right. But what we gonna say? Because at the end of the day, people just saying, "Oh yeah, this is what happened." Well, what if you was there? What? I'm gonna say this before we go. We're at the top of the hour. What does that make you? Just like with the R. That's a whole lot of people should be sharing the cell with the R. Not just him. Just a whole lot of people. So let's see how this gonna play out. Let's go see how this gonna play out. And I don't want nobody else to come and say that nobody should be going to jail because of a freak out. This ain't got nothing to do with no freak off. This ain't got nothing to do with no freak off. Half of us 1970 babies have been to some type of form or fashion of a freak off. Okay? What? I said 70s.
Well, you better learn me. So y'all been at the freak? Oh, okay, some form. Gotcha.
Some form. I didn't say they had to be doing, but some form. You indulge or you didn't. It was your thing or it wasn't. You might went to the freak off and didn't even know it was a freak off until you got to the freak off and then you exit. This ain't my type of party. Let me go ahead and go. Or then if it was your type of party, then you did what you wanted to do. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not against the law. But like you said, what is against the law is having people doing things that
without consent,
not of free will.
Yeah.
And everybody is sitting around being okay with it. Like, really? Because you got money?
But you know what? But okay, let me just add this last little piece. Let's be clear, everybody wasn't okay with it, but not to the extent that I feel like they needed to they didn't act, and I guess easier said than done. I feel like I know how I would have acted, but I wasn't in that situation. What I will say is everybody wasn't cool with it. But I think some people weighed their options, and I don't mean in a fear way, because we all know that there are some people who were afraid to speak up. That can't be every damn body. Some of them people said, "Oh, well, if I say something, I won't get invited to hang with Sean anymore, or I won't, maybe he'll do this." And they wasn't willing to speak up for victims and lose whatever status they had gained at that point. So I'm like, no, some of them wasn't with it. But am I finna speak up? You ain't gonna me that.
But I'm sure that 75% of them wasn't with it. But like you said, that's what they did.
Oh, I'm
And
not
the
finna
thing
risk
about it
it to look out for you. No.
exactly. No. Ain't finna mess up my bag. Ain't finna mess up my clout. Ain't
Send
finna
the
mess up
damn up here.
no. And the people that did, something ended up being weirdly wrong with them. Look at all the people that we named off yesterday when we were talking. What happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to all of those that said something? Now everybody's saying, "Oh, they crazy, they on drugs." Well, I wonder why the hell why. I wonder why the hell why. Why would a young man that was so talented, full of fame, full of energy, end up being just a druggie? Why? Now we
And
know
we
some.
all have again, this is me using logic and common sense. Why all people we talked about yesterday, they all got the same common denominator. Y'all not gonna blame the industry as a whole because this is what comes with the lifestyle and the fame. And yeah, we all know that this has been going on long before Diddy entered the entertainment industry. We could name some stuff happened back in the Motown days. But I am saying the people that we listed off, none of them was over here rocking with Otis and David Ruffin. They was rocking with Diddy. And there is that Diddy effect. Now, again, did he do all of these things? No, I think at this point, once stuff starts going downhill, people start adding to the narrative. But is a lot of it seeming to be true? I believe so.
And he wasn't by himself. It ain't like he was just doing this stuff by himself. Like, he had help. And I really don't even think that it initially came from him. I think that he fell into it. He wanted it so bad, and this is what was part of his. This was part of his job because when I was doing my research last night, when you would sleep on me,
But because I couldn't take it no more, this that wore me out.
When I did my research last night, I noticed that every interview he went on, it was about the parties, the parties, the parties, the parties. So that was his thing. That was his thing. So whoever, because we all know he ain't the boss. We all know they got a boss. Somebody's the boss. So whoever put him in that position, that was part of his job description. You are the party man. This is what we need for you to do because you have to remember, he looks like a businessman. He walks like a businessman. He talks like a businessman. So this is what we need you for. This is what we're going to do because he already came polished. Jay-Z didn't come to the industry polished. He looked like a little thug. He didn't look like Diddy when Diddy came. Diddy always came looking like the mailman. Day one, he looked like the mailman. So he was easy to put out there in the front. From day one, he looked like the mailman. Okay. So therefore, when they look at you and they say, okay, yeah, we got us one here. But what happened was the one became bigger than thought he was gonna become bigger than the one. And the one ain't finna let you do that. That's his problem. Diddy brought all this amongst his friends. He did that. He the real snitch because he should have just played his role and he did not. Like he told Kim to do, and I'm sure he told her that plenty of times to play your part, but he didn't play his part. He wanted to be bigger than everybody. and that you can't do that. Not in that world. No. So he's getting a whooping. So yeah.
I want to see these facts laid out, and I'm sure this is a long ride. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna need them to wrap up this YSL. We just started with Young Dolph. I can't handle Diddy going on while this is. We got to wrap up these other trials. Georgia, wrap it up. Diddy.
Well, yes, and we're gonna need you guys to bring sure that you bring your glasses. We're gonna be going to a funeral next couple of weeks. I don't know how long this gonna take, but I'm sure this is gonna be a journey. Okay. Now next week, I'm sure we're gonna come back with another. Something else new gonna happen because according to the New York Attorney General, the investigating, he said that just wait. He said that it's an ongoing investigation and we have more.
Mm.
That's what that nice looking, handsome black gentleman said. And they asked him, why is he here in New York, not in LA or Miami? His houses were raided in LA and in Miami. Why are we here in New York? And he said, and these are not his words totally, I'm just going to ad-lib what the man said. He said, because I'm going to put it in street terms. He said, because I'm the shit and I make shit stick. He said,
and that's what he said.
He said, because I here. He said, my reputation here in New York, I make it stick. He said, that's why.
They did get cows. They got cows.
He said, because I make it stick here. That's why. He said, my reputation. I get done what needs to be done.
Hold on, no. Well, we can take this off this live though, but I do have a question, and I want everybody to do their own research. How long he been the prosecutor there? Is this somebody new to New York? Okay, because we talking about those who knew stuff. So I'm just saying.
But this wasn't even the prosecutor.
Oh, who was this again?
This is the Attorney General. I think that's him, the bald head guy, the one that runs the show. Him, the one that
it is because
the head of the FBI man. Him.
Oh, this is the feds. Okay.
And they said that they said that that's the same prosecutor that you're talking about.
Oh, I believe it.
Say it's going down.
No blemish on his record thus far. Oh, well, they're not playing with Sean. Oh, that's a lot.
And they said that the boys out there that's on the yard, want them to send him out there. Said that too. It says
prayers for all party involved on a very serious note, because this is really not. It's catching a lot of people off guard, and it can be categorized as entertainment, but this really is the whole mess for victims and victimizers, and then we just getting started.
Well, on a new note, Jay-Z over there buying up the city. He's buying the city and building facilities for the kids and the youth of the community.
That's good.
Out of the city, so he ain't bothered. They still doing what needs to be done.
Good old philanthropy. Love to see it. I said, good old philanthropy. I love to see it.
So,
the children are the future, huh?
Children are the future.
That makes sense. I like it.
He gonna be running for office soon when all this is over.
Oh, okay. Well,
just to let y'all know, the Z got a part in this book too. Y'all must read it if you understand, if you can read between the lines of what I'm saying. But the Z popped over, and the Z said that I want the spot, and I need you to make it happen. It's in here. allegedly, but Kim said she was there. She heard the conversation. Just saying, read it. It's a good read. Good read. Mm-hmm.
I didn't need the book. I knew a lot of stuff. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, guys. So, with that being said, we definitely enjoy you guys' ear. Thank you for supporting us on episode 2 of the Real Talk with the Girls. We're missing one girl, but that's okay.
We love you, Daddy.
We love you. I'm sure she will be back. I'm sure she'll be back next week.
Can I say one last thing?
You can say whatever you want, my dear.
Okay. This is for all of the people who are currently in here in the live and all those who will play this back. If it's a freak off, mind your business. Okay? But if something is going wrong, if you see something, say something. Like for real, for real. Let's not let it be 10 years later.
Mm-mm.
If you see something, say something. But now if it's all consensual, mind your business. That's not your business.
It seems like the ones that were destroyed, and you guys know I don't have to name drop the young that are walking around confused and destroyed right now because of these things. We got to stop that. Like we definitely got to stop that. We got to stop feeding them to the devil. What's that song you was saying? We just sang that song.
And I've been waiting on this one.
So we can go.
This is how we wrap it up.
Sing that song before we go.
I'm gonna let them use me.
Let them use you, girl. Let them use it. Let them use you.
Oh, a song was put in my spirit when Miss Monica brought this topic to me and told me what we would be discussing on this evening. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A song dropped in my heart and in my spirit, and I want to just share it with y'all. Just a few lines. Hell is hot. Ain't no water there. Hell is hot. Ain't no water there. Now it goes on to describe all the drinks that won't be there, but it's hot and ain't no water there. So if you don't want to be in that number, I'd advise you to seek him. Amen. Thank you for that opportunity. Let him use you.
Say it again.
Let him use you. You want to be in the number, not in that number.
Ain't no water there.
Ain't no water there. What she said? She said no tea, no ice, ain't no lemonade, no. No, she said something about something, no Sprite, ain't no Gatorade, because hell is hot. And ain't no water there. Oh, shit, that was a word.
So,
when we come back, I'm gonna have to credit that sister.
It ain't no water there.
Ain't no water there.
Hell is hot. And then that man said, I gotta find out who that man is. Is he the attorney general? Is he the FBI? The man that's running everything. But what he did say was, he said, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much fame you got. If you're wrong, you're gonna get gone. That's what the man said. You can catch it on CNN. He had a lot to say in his interview on CNN Live. Look it up on YouTube. It's gonna be right there on the front page. He said that. So, hey, let me tell you something. What's done in the dark shall always come to the light.
Yeah. Say that. Say that.
What's done in the dark shall always come to the light.
Let's just do right, y'all.
All right, so we're gonna close it up and let you guys know what we got going on. Unique. Let the people know about the unique experience and concrete conversations.
And we got another episode. Concrete Conversations is dropping tomorrow. We always with the shenanigans, and you gotta keep your eye out on the map because we might be here, there, a little bit everywhere. Just keep your eye on the unique experience.
Okay.
Well, that was off the dome.
Well, Miss Monica, aka new rebrand. We have our new show here. which is Real Talk with the Girls. Also, we're gonna get back into the reality of things. I think The Bells is coming out in November. Ready to Love is coming out. I think Unique's probably gonna join me over there with that, but we haven't decided on how. I haven't decided on how I'm gonna swing that this time. Also, Cocktails and Confessions. Hey, hello, and shout out to my team, the Sheila crew. We're on vacation. We wrapped up our episode. Now you guys will be able to see some of the pilots, because that's what we're gonna call it. The pilots of the podcast that was shot at the Philadelphia of Houston. And we actually will be on our first show October 24th at a new
Yeah.
location coming here soon. We have a new producer.
Who you
We
got?
have huh?
Who you got?
Unique.
Me? Y'all voted for me?
Yes, you. So Unique has taken on or became part of the team. She is producing Cocktails and Confessions. Y'all know that's her real job, right? She'll produce it, right? And we also have a new manager, Miss Tia. Y'all will meet her soon. Beautiful young lady, knows her stuff. We have Miss Maya Days, who's our video producer. We have DJ Moto, who's our DJ with the mostest. We have Quiet Storm, who is my co-host, and we have our guest co-host, Miss Sugar Clark. You can follow her as Sugar Clark. And she's a writer. She is a public figure, and she's amazing, right? So we have this awesome, great team that we have built. We're excited to share all these things with you guys. I'm rebranding for better. It's taking me a little longer because to get it perfect, it takes time. So don't think I'm going nowhere. I'm here. But it just takes time to build the empire. Philadelphia here. Hey, Philly. We go
So
to
now
Philly.
take this head start. Ain't gonna be no excuses. Take
Ain't
this
gonna be
head
no
start.
Yeah. Also, me and Unique has been building this awesome empire. So we are producing and directing,
Mm.
and we have our new company that is called Double Crown Film.
Double Crown Productions.
Well, why we gotta fight?
We don't have to fight, but we're doing more than film. So we're just producing left and right and left. So it's productions and what
because we got a movie coming. So yeah, Double Crown Productions.
not you just gonna throw that in there.
Film. And we've already have two that we're gonna drop next summer. So don't be thinking that, let me tell y'all something. Don't get hood and be like, they was over there telling me they gonna have films. I ain't seen it. Y'all seen some? Yeah, when you see it,
You'll get a special invite. Whoever would say such a thing.
Don't be around at them. They talking about no. We putting in the work. Takes time, because when my movie hit Tuba, it ain't Tuba. What is it called?
It is Tubi.
Tuba.
Tuba. She's the instrument.
We don't want to be looking like we in cloudy America. You know how the movies in the back, they be all cloudy. It's cloudy. You can't tell if they in the if it's the dark, if it's nighttime or daytime. So it takes time to build. It takes time. It takes money. It takes the right people. It takes. I didn't know how hard it was, but it's definitely not easy. But I love it. I'm excited. I am in my element. This is my retirement for me. I'm super excited about these things that we are doing. The book is coming out February. Super excited about that. We're gonna have some story time. I'm probably gonna read a little bit to y'all. We'll have a story time to introduce it. We're gonna have a lot of stuff going on between Houston and Dallas. Super excited about that. Yeah, we just excited.
Oh, my face hurt.
And then I know y'all like to talk about, well, how did this come about? It did.
Mind your business,
It did.
respectfully.
Okay. That's the girl with the tea. The girl with the tea. She come out sometime and act the queen had to still be a girl with you. Okay. So those are the things that we're doing. Also remember, if you want to do a podcast, you're in Houston, you don't know how to set it up. You don't have the you have a certain type of budget, but you don't know what you're doing. You just don't know, but you know you want to do it, right? We got you.
Why you sound like Suge Knight right now? That was a perfect little piece to wrap up this story.
We got
Come
you.
on over to Death Row. I mean, Double Crowns. Dancing all in
Come
the
on
video.
over to Double Crown Productions. We got you. If you if you want to do a virtual live like this,
Mhm.
and you don't know how to start, you a new blogger, you coming at you want contact you. Come on over to Double Crown Roll. If you got your script, you done read it out, and you just like, what am I supposed to do with it now? Come on over here, Double Crown Productions. We got you. Like, let's do this. Let's do it, because as y'all notice, these other people have just drowned. So this time to shine. Like, come
What
on.
did you just say?
And this is the people down here that wanted to just say no, no to what did it say? Oh, kids, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say no to drugs. No, should have been teaching them to say no to the freak offs. Okay, so the people that
Well,
said
listen,
no to the freak offs,
no water there.
we got things that we're gonna be building that we will love to build them with you. So, with that being said, we're signing off. Make sure that you pay attention this weekend, because we're going to be dropping some fresh content. Concrete Conversations is
Yes.
going to be dropping. Oh, back to Cocktails and Confessions. We're on break. We'll be back again October 24th. Also, I have another mini series that's coming. That's what you call it? What is it doing?
What
Not
you talking about?
bouncing off, but it's a spinoff of Cocktails and Conversations. So y'all gonna really enjoy it. It's really super cute. Me and Unique is producing and directing that little thingy by ourselves. Like, it's so cute. And so yeah, I'm just super excited about the things that we're having. I'm just like so excited. Okay, so to the Ready to Love people for the upcoming show, right?
Oh, I thought you was talking to me.
No. The Ready to Love people for the upcoming show, the Ready to Love people from prior shows. I will be reviewing the show. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and explain how I tend to do the review this year, this season. I like to review with cast members to get your point of view as a viewer. Okay. No interviews and things like that. If that's if we want to do that later, if that's something that they're going to allow you guys to do, I don't know, I don't care. But if you definitely want to come on with me, whatever night, I'll be reaching out to you. Actually, my people will reach out to your people. You can reach out to me and come on and review the show with me, and we can get your point of view in a positive light. This is a safe place. Like I said, we rebrand. So if you want to see Girl What's the Tea and Her Foolishness, you can go watch those episodes. They're still on YouTube. But right here, we on some more grown folks things, and we're going to be talking about the real life of dating and your experiences and the things that we see. And we will only be reviewing the show. We will not be reviewing things that are happening outside of the show until after the show has aired and the reunion. And then we'll come back with the mess and the drama. But during the show, I want to stick to the show and the review and the things of that nature. Okay. If you want to come on, join this party over here, safe place, let me know. And we can rock it out together. Also. All right. So with that being said, love and fucking glitter. Because we have buried this book. Just throw the whole thing away.
Where is mine?
Good night. What did you do? That's the exit. That's your exit. Yeah. The reason why I'm still here, y'all, because I can't find my way out.
No, we stop. Oh,
So that didn't quite work.
hell is hot. Ain't no water there.
Mm,
Hell is hot.
mm,
Ain't no water there.
mm.
It's Palace God.
Hi, y'all. Later. I really know.
We bye.